I'm Wild Young, and this is the TMZ Minute. Diddy has taken a major blow in court. The mogul has been hit with a $100 million default judgment in a sexual assault case from an incident that occurred in 1997. A man, Derek Lee Cardello Smith, claimed Diddy assaulted him at a party, and he filed a lawsuit against the hip-hop icon for $100 million. It appears Diddy did not file an answer to the complaint and also missed a hearing for a default judgment that was set for Monday. A judge ultimately awarded Cardello Smith the $100 million, with Diddy having to pay installments of $10 million per month starting October 1st. Kim Zolciak is firing back at her estranged husband Corey Biermann's claims that she is delaying the sale of their marital home. Kim was spotted at LAX where she suggested that Corey doesn't pay for anything. She says she's the one paying the bills, their kids' clothing, and most of the food. As TMZ previously reported, Corey has asked a judge to give him the power to force the sale of their home in Georgia, accusing Kim of passing on serious offers.
A Michigan prisoner has won a $100 million default judgment in a civil case, dealing a major damage to Sean Diddy's legal career. The plaintiff, Derek Lee Cardello Smith, who is also incarcerated, says that Combs drugged and assaulted him during a party in Detroit back in 1997. Cardello Smith, who is serving an unrelated sentence, says he first encountered Combs at a restaurant in the Detroit area before heading to the party where the alleged incident occurred. He accused Combs of spiking his drink and committing the say while he was asleep. The lawsuit further states that Combs tried to settle the case by offering $3 million, but Cardello Smith refused the offer and continued pursuing the lawsuit. This decision was made after Combs did not attend a virtual court hearing. The payment plan laid out by the court demands Combs pay $10 million monthly starting in October 2024. A representative for Combs has not responded to inquiries from the media for comments. This ruling comes amid additional claims against Combs, including a June admission of hitting his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a 2016 incident. Diddy is currently subject to a $100 million default judgment for neglecting to reply to Derek Lee Cardello Smith's case. Diddy's attorney refuted the claims, calling Cardello Smith a sexual predator and convicted felon with a history of filing fraudulent cases. Cardello Smith's legal team aims to have the ruling overturned. The lawsuit says that in 1997 Diddy drugged him at a party. An inappropriate act followed while both were drinking and smoking weed. Cardello Smith says he woke up to see Diddy engaged in sexual activity with a woman and allegedly heard him say, "I did this to you too." The court set a payment plan requiring $10 million monthly installments starting in October.
I'm too close to it to have a real opinion. I would say yes, erase his name off all them shits because those motherfuckers our franchise from us.
I became like her gay friend.
Being a minority in Hollywood is tough. You don't wait on Hollywood. Hollywood is a bank. And the decision makers don't get the
I said, Dad, I kissed a girl and I think I liked it. And I said,
shit, there he is.
I said, you gonna break the news to me? And it's a Katy Perry song? Why Katy Perry does it? Like, big artists I like. I just want to be loved. Mark Curry's like a big brother to me. I love, Harvey's like a uncle, and DL's like a bro. He says crazy stuff about me, but I don't take it negative. One time he said, Marlon Wayans ain't a real comedian. I said, okay.
Hey, yo, dog. Does this shirt make me look gay? Nah, man.
No, she's like an intellectual nerd stud slash. Like, I don't know.
Was it easy for her to come out to you, or did you?
We always got a joke. My cousin said God rest you. He was in his funeral, and because he was a motorcycle dude, and he loved motorcycles. Crazy stuff about me, but I don't take it negative. One time he said, Marlon Wayans ain't a real comedian. I said, okay. And this is about
Metro love there. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, if you're gonna, like, I guess women and gay men.
Like the most gay friends out of the four.
None of us have like any gay friends, but we're friends. What?
What? That's rude.
Why is that rude?
That's hilarious. I think part of her is like, you know what?
She's rooting for me.
No, she's not rooting for you. She's attracted to you because you do.
That's right.
You look like a stud.
I ask you, have you ever been with a man?
Or text my brother in his worst moment, be like, yo, stay with it. This is, laugh at it. Learn to laugh at this moment because you're going to have many more of these moments. enjoy them.
Now,
Because if you take them, you're going to be better. Everything is designed to make you better. And if you are afraid to fail, if you quit, that's when you fail, nigga.
Well, Kansas City, I'm going to miss my shows tonight because of a gate agent at United Airlines. So if you're in Kansas City, probably not going to make tonight's shows. And if I do, it's going to be late. Yeah, some gate agent. Just sometimes you come across a dick. United, pick better people to work for you. Please.
I'm so freaking pissed.
White people call each other. They pick up the phone. They'll argue on the phone, and at the end, they'll pick it up again and go, hey, I got this deal that we should do together. Mm-hmm. Brothers, we get all mad, we air it out, and we don't, that's why we burn bridges.
Right.
We don't build bridges. We have to build bridges, not burn them. When you burn them, they don't burn them. They keep their cities popping. We burn our bridges. I don't do that. Ego would tell you all this negative shit to make you not do the deal.
Did you speak to any parties before you even, did you get permission or did you even ask them about it?
I ain't asking them Negroes. Will asked Chris, hey man, can I slap you? And Chris asked Will, hey, you mind if I tell a joke on your wife? No, this is comedy, right? I think that people are getting way too sensitive nowadays.
I agree.
And I think that we need to get off social media. Not everybody needs an opinion. And some opinions you keep to yourself. But we got to enjoy life. We got to get back to laughing. We got to be less sensitive. And all this is being provoked, I think, by social media. We have to stop it. And, I don't know. I just had so much to say. You know that I am hurting. I lost my father, who was one of my dearest friends. But the one thing I got from him and my mother that I want to give to all your listeners is, sometimes in your worst moment, it's okay to still feel joy. It's okay to search for smiles. It's okay to just be happy, and the world don't have to know what you feel.
Yeah.
And sometimes you could convince yourself that you're actually happy when you're really broken. And I went on stage and I did stand up. I found out my father died 15 minutes before my set, and I went and I did 2 shows, and then after the show, I cried my ass off. But the joy of what I do is that every stage I get on, I get to find smiles. So in your life, find smiles. You will need them. They will save your life.
Ivory Mass, the Wayans brothers, first earned prominence with their groundbreaking sketch comedy series In Living Color on Fox. After the show ended, their talented siblings Damon, Kim, Sean, and Marlon joined him, and the Wayans brothers continued to make a mark on the industry. Kenan transitioned to directing and oversaw the popular comedy Scary Movie, while Damon became well known for his parts in TV comedies. Such as My Kids and Why, fans may have noticed that the once dominant Wayans family has become less visible in the entertainment industry in recent years due to a variety of factors, including shifting priorities, unusual job choices, and public controversies. Nevertheless, fans will still find that their careers have evolved into fascinating journeys filled with both successes and setbacks despite their diminished presence in popular media. Sean and Marlon formed a comedy duo and starred together in fan favorites like White Chicks and Little Man. In humor, the Wayans family is still a familiar name, although the youngest brother, Marlon Wayans, has been entertaining audiences for more than 30 years. His younger age frequently exposes him to light-hearted taunts from his siblings. Despite having a prosperous solo career, Marlon is constantly surrounded by the Wayans family's heritage. In addition to talking business, Marlon talked about personal experiences, such as the agony of losing both of his parents. These topics were covered in his new comedy special, Good Grief, which stresses how humor can be a coping mechanism for life's most difficult situations, despite the delicate subject matter. Marlon maintains that laughter can exist even amid sorrow. When the interviewer challenged Marlon's metaphor comparing financial disputes to physical harm, Wayans clarified that he was speaking figuratively about how the Wayans family had been financially impacted. He labeled those involved in the deals as terrible people. While despite these challenges, the Wayans family remains Hollywood royalty, especially in the world of comedy. Their legacy began in the early 1980s, and Marlon acknowledges the significant influence of his older brother Kenan Ivory and Damon Wayans. Kenan, the creator of In Living Color, and Damon, a stand-up comic and star of My Wife and Kids, helped pave the way for the rest of the family. Marlon has successfully carved out his own identity, But even with his success, he still holds the part of the kid brother within the Wan clan. During the promotion of his June 25th comedy show in Houston, Marlon shared a humorous story about his brother Damon's surprise to learn they were both playing in Houston. At the same time, Marlon suggested he open for Damon. However, Damon's response was less than enthusiastic. Marlon, imitating Damon's trademark wit, related Damon's caustic rejoinder, "Why are you trying to steal my ticket sales?" Damon's playful refusal was tempered with a good dose of sibling rivalry. He remembered with fondness the times he was the object of his older brother's taunting, but one particular instance stuck out. Damon had joked that Marlon should wear a little suit to the Oscars, which Marlon had hilariously admitted had actually happened at the Emmys, a public blunder that still hurts. Despite Damon's persistent jabs, Marlon continued on the story, impersonating Damon once more. "No, you're too ugly to be on stage. Stay where you are and ask people to see your hideous self at your show at the Bayou Music Center." Marlon thought lovingly and humorously about their brother's friendship, remarking that despite his brother's jokes, Damon has always had a major influence on him despite being rough. Embracing the humor, Marlon knows that it's all a part of their dynamic. Thinking back on his friendship with his brothers, Marlon Wine has always handled their competition with grace. "He showed his affection for me, but I don't believe he liked me too much because I was my mother's baby, and I don't think any of them liked me because I received all the hugs." Laughter has been the glue keeping the Wan family together through the highs and lows of their sibling dynamics. Marlon jokes about his comedic redemption one day, hinting that he's saving his time to get back at his brothers until they're too old to retaliate. Their taunting often verged on tough love, which made their journey through comedy all the more entertaining. Marlon said, "I felt like Damon was a joke, and it wasn't just him." As the youngest sibling in a family full of comedians, Marlon clearly experienced a unique dynamic growing up with his brother Damon, often leading the charge and making fun of him. Marlon also made reference to another sibling, Shawn Wayne, who is well known for his work as an actor, comedian, writer, and producer. Shawn rose to fame as one half of the comedy duo The Wayans Brothers, co-starring with Marlon in the sitcom that aired on WBTV from 1995 to 1999. Born into a family deeply rooted in the entertainment industry, Shawn and Keenan too added humorously. Raised by a grocery manager father and social worker mother, the Wan family rose to prominence in Hollywood, with Shawn being the 9th of 10 siblings. Shaw's siblings, Kim Wayne, Damon Wayne Sr., and Keenan Ivory Wayne, have all contributed to popular productions including the horror film Don't Be a Threat in Living Color, White Women, My Spouse, My Children, and The Young Man.